Dr. Deepa Shetty here. I'm speaking from my clinic called Sakhyam. The mission of Sakhyam is well-being of all. No response is also a response. In a relationship and in a communication, if there is no response, then that also means a response. And how do you deal with this? So, when you are in a close relationship, it matters when you don't get a response. When you talk to a person whom you care about a lot, you love about, or you have invested in that relationship, then the no response does makes it, something which you can't deal with, something which leaves you a question mark about your own self, and you start doubting why is it happening, what is in you that you can make changes into that can get you a response. So let's understand first, what does a no response means. A no response is a silence, which means for a person who's on the opposite side that somebody is ignoring them, somebody doesn't want to talk to them, somebody doesn't even care that they exist. So any of this can be an assumption out there. But in totality, a no response by a person can just mean that they are busy with their schedule, or they are into some kind of work which is not allowing them enough time to respond to you, or they are actually jammed up in their brain because of their experiences with their life and they just don't know how to express themselves. Any of these can be the reason. The difficulty in expression is a genuine reason for some people. It may not be an excuse, but here we are talking about a person who is encountering this no response. So if you are one who is encountering a no response from their partner, the first and foremost thing that you should do is the initial phase of relationship. In the first time it's happening, you got to be very patient with this person and know from where it is coming. Is the job profile or the work profile so tight and so, so much cramped up that that person really doesn't have time for you? But you got to know this also, when something is very important to you, you do make time for the other person. So if the relationship is important, the person will make time for you, but you need to be first patient to see if that's the real case. And in the initial phase, you really have to be an understanding partner out there. Accept the person as they are if you really want to keep this relationship and you are ready to take care of this relationship and this part of the relationship. Other, when the person has a difficulty in expressing his feeling, you need to know the past experiences, and you need to know this person has not healed from his past experiences, and allow the person to heal. You are not here to change anybody. If you think, women, please, if you think you are the one who is going to change your man, you are not the one who is going to change the man. The man has to take the responsibility. Or if it's a man who thinks he can change a woman, most of the time it's a man, but if he thinks that we can change the women out there, no, it's their responsibility. You got to make them aware how it affects you, and they need to go to a therapy or to a mental health professional to really get hang of their experiences and does not allow it to color their present experience with you. So it's important that first and foremost to really handle this with a lot of care, make them aware, they need to take the step. If they don't, then we'll have to see it further, but they need to take a step for their healing from their experiences, and they need to learn a way to express themselves constructively with you. And if you are somebody who's going to bombard about it along and nag the person down, then that's going to be a cross. The no response will increase. So you got to be patient enough if the relationship is so important to you, and wait and see how you can actually give them space to them express themselves, and when they do, how you can be supportive towards it. This is in the first instance, but after your trial it is still not happening, and second time also if there is a no response, then you find a new non-threatening topic to talk to this person. So you can generally say that you want to go and have a tea in this beautiful place which you have heard from your friends, and you would want to go and explore with them. Does this person wants to come with you? And see what is the response, and see if this person actually in this situation can speak. So then you know it's a threatening situation, this person is not able to speak. But if it's a non-threatening situation, he is able to respond to you. So it's nothing to do with you. It is to do with the way the person is feeling protected. Okay. If the no response continues after all this attempt of yours, then Giving them a no response is not tit for tat. You may just not be desperate enough to go and nag the person to respond to you. You can just leave them alone and you may not respond. Don't be desperate enough to respond to these people, because that's when they learn that if they don't respond, they get their attention from this person. So don't respond immediately if it's a repeated thing in spite of your try. You got to be the same with this person so that the person knows how it feels. And if the person wants you, he will perceive you, or it's strictly he's not interested, or the person is not interested in you, or this relationship is not important. Okay, so if it is like this, then you know that now is the time you got to move on and find yourself something which is far more deserving for you, and also for this person to find something which can heal this person. So no response is actually a response that if you say I want to talk and the person is not responding, the person doesn't want to talk. And then find the way what makes the person feel comfortable to talk to you. If the relationship is important and you accept the person as they are. But if you are the person who is seeing it constantly doing in the relationship, then you need to take a call that you also deserve some happiness out there to be heard and communicated. You cannot be the one who is speaking all the time, and you cannot be the one who is asking love all the time, or you cannot be the one who wants to communicate all the time. The communication has to be two-way, especially if the relationship is a very important relationship for you. If the person cares, the person will care to see how this relationship can grow together. Hope this video has helped you and added some value to your life. Thank you for listening to my video and giving your valuable comment. Thanks a lot. See you again.